Championship Sunday hot read. Can't say these are the four teams or quarterbacks we expected heading into the season. A little different today on the hot read than usual. Only four teams left, so you got to get a little creative with the picks here today. And I'll tell you up front, I'm going to give you my pick, but also tell you why this time you might want to wait just a bit to place your bet. And that is because we're going to the AFC, and I mentioned the quarterbacks. We are riding with Jarrett Stidham and the Denver Broncos. Plus 5.5 in the AFC Championship game. What a sentence. I can't believe we're here. Bo Nix, broken ankle in overtime. Stidham's going to make his fifth start ever. Who in the world wants to back Stidham here? Of course, if you've been betting a while, you know that is exactly when you got to make the play. Start with the line. The look ahead on this game heading into the weekend was Denver minus 1.5. That means this is a 7-point swing from Nix to Stidham, and that is insane to me. There's no way this is a 7-point drop-off at quarterback. That is Josh Allen. That is Patrick Mahomes type level. Stidham, we don't know a lot about him, but it's not like Nix is anywhere near that company. I was already pretty low on Nix anyways. I personally make this maybe 2 points, maybe a field goal, something in that range. Nothing even remotely close to 7. Even crazier is I actually thought about betting Denver before this weekend on this line. I had Denver over field goal before the Knicks injury. So zoom out a bit on the matchup. Both teams a bit unproven, as we know. Both teams may be a bit fraudulent on this season, but it doesn't matter. They're here and now. You beat who's in front of you. Denver does have the unit I trust the most. It's defense. And I like the matchup here. Some things for Denver to watch for. All the focus will be on Stidham, but look at that defense. Elite pass pressure, one of the best in the league. And we've seen Patriots' young offensive line really struggle, both against the Texans and the Chargers. That offense has not been that great in either of these matchups, not super impressive. Denver's corners are really good. And importantly, Denver is the number one defense limiting explosives. That is where the Patriots live. They have not been as good matriculating up and down the field, especially in the playoffs. They rely on those big plays. Number one explosive in the league, number one explosive passing. If Denver can take away those big plays or limit them, keep things close, that's your underdog formula to give you a shot. Patriots defense, I know they've looked good, but here's a big swing for them. Look at the Chargers, look at the Texans. What do they have in common offensively? Terrible offensive line. Denver is one of the best offensive lines in the entire league. So that's a huge swing and going to make things look a lot different on that side of the ball. And an important stat here, Patriots have been one of the worst teams in the league in the red zone. Offense and defense, both bottom 5. Denver top 5 there. So again, that is a spot where if you're the underdog, one big stop, one big score when it's unexpected can really swing things. Conference championship weekend, you want to back the 1 seed. Since 2006, 21-5 straight up are the 1 seeds by over 10 points a game, 24% on the money line. And here's a few more stats for you. Among those games, 12-3 straight up against the 2 seed. Both of our matchups, the AFC matchup obviously features that one, and 5-1 straight up as anything under a field goal favorite. Obviously, well under field goal favorite here. Huge underdogs at home. Think of it this way. Jarrett Stidham, to me, instead of Bo Nix, you're looking at Denver being more like Pittsburgh now. Worse offense, not great. I don't want to back Pittsburgh too much, but great defense, great coaching, at home, underdog script, chance to win. That's what we're looking at here. Stidham and the Broncos, plus 5.5 at home. Now, I said at the top, you may want to wait, so here's the spot for that. 4 points, 5 points, kind of a dead zone for the most part in this range. So if you wait and the line moves a half a point or a point, you're probably not losing much. But this is slowly moving up already. And look, everyone's going to want to bet the Patriots. People think this is a fait accompli. I think we probably hit 6. We could even push 6.5 or 7. Those are key numbers. You definitely want to wait and grab that if you can. So we're making the hot read pick. I'm giving you Denver. They're the side I will be on because this is an insane number, but you may get a better number if you wait just a bit into the week. On the other side of the bracket, NFC, awesome division rematch between the league's 2 best teams. Both games we've saw this season were great. I don't know yet who wins that one, but here's what I do know. I'm going to like whoever wins that one in the Super Bowl. So last couple of months, I've had these two teams, Rams and Seahawks, first or second in either order in my power ratings, lapping the field, multiple tiers ahead of the field. I have them at least 3 points better than any other team on a neutral, and I don't exactly have Denver or New England third in my power ratings. I actually make either NFC team at this point at least a 7-point favorite against Denver and about 6 against New England as well. So all the better here on this bet. If we think Denver is live at home, you get to face Jarrett Stidham in a Super Bowl in that case. But I'm going to like the NFC team in the Super Bowl. And at most books, you can just bet that. NFC to win the Super Bowl, minus 220 at our sponsor, DraftKings. That's the bet here. My math makes the NFC about a 6.5-point favorite right now. Given the teams we've got left, that would be around a minus 300 money line, about 75%. At minus 220, we're getting about 69%. So a little bit of edge in our favor there. Hopefully, you played this weekend. My bet we gave out on the podcast, Seattle money line, Rams money line, plus NFC. We got this at plus 220. Now we're giving it out at minus 220. Still odds in our favor. And if your book doesn't have this, you can build this bet yourself. Take your bet, split it in half. Seattle to win the Super Bowl plus 160, Rams plus 225. You just bet both of those together. You've built this bet at about minus 225, and you're really not losing much on the bet there. So that is today's hot read. NFC to win the Super Bowl, minus 220, in part because Denver is live. Jarrett Stidham plus 5.5, home with the Broncos. That is our championship game hot read.